901. 901 to make him a 30 and 47. Roan Workman, Jenny Jones, Region 2. .639 or better in our aggregate, or in our round, excuse me. Clocking a 7:45 in the short round. Put them a 28-73 on 3. They will take the lead in the aggregate. And let's go back to Region 9 for Maverick Williams, Brinley Scott. Mount Pleasant and Fairfield, the hometowns for the Region 9 ribbon roping pair, coming in with a 20 and 72 on 2 runs. .90 for Scott and Williams. 890. That's going to make them a 29-62 on 3, and now we're ready for Ren Chapman, Jolie Morton. .29 the time on the short round. 25-82 on 3 to take the lead in the aggregate. But inside the top 5, a little over 6 seconds separating. Number 5 from number 1. Austin Hale, Lola Parnell from the Big X in Texas. Clock's going to read 15:08. Let's get ready to watch Region 7's Cole Watley, Katie Clements. 1794 on 2 runs to come into our short round. Time of 8:96. 26.90 on 3 runs in our aggregate. Top 3 teams coming back to us in our Pumpcrete LLC discipline. Wyatt Caldway, Presley Harkness, Region 6. $17.09 on 2 runs. The Region 6 pair out of Victoria and Hallettsville. $11.98. And in the aggregate conversation, a 29.07 on 3. Two teams to go. The first of which from Region 2, Bo Wilson, Ainsley Crisp. Still no one better than the 640 clocked by Schneeman and Foster. The fellow Region 2 team coming in second highest ranked after 2 rounds, trying to best it with some wiggle room. $12.15 in the round. Put him at 28.82 on 3. And then there was 1. Told you there's a little bit over 6 seconds separating number 1 from number 5. Between number 1 and number 2, it is 5 seconds difference. The number 1 team, Griffin Pressinger, Hava Hawkins, coming in with an 11.63. This is where all the hard work pays off. In the performance, 7.77. In the aggregate, on 3 runs, sub 20 seconds, 19.40 for Pressinger and Hawkins. Region 3 securing a finals title unofficially. But our performance victors, Carter Schneeman and Sterling Foster, they were the fastest run of our short round, and we will collect our Region 2 representatives to climb aboard that Kubota side-by-side and take a victory lap around the J.B. Wells Arena. Thank you to Pumpcrete LLC for bringing us our ribbon roping. And once our calves are cleared out of the way, that Kubota side-by-side is going to make its way in because we have performance victors to reintroduce to you. Fastest time of the short round, 6:40. Region 2's Carter Schneeman, Sterling Foster. Would like to congratulate some more of our national qualifiers in the barrel racing. Your national qualifiers: Josie Teague, Raina Powell, Carly Lowry, and Charlie Sort. We take things back down to the buck and shoots. It is saddle bronc steer riding time. And let's start things out with Blaine Scher. He is locked inside that buck and shoot, ready to nod his head. He means business on this Saturday. The Region 7 saddle bronc steer rider with only one score from previously this week. Now looks to collect his second set of numbers for the day. $61 points. $51 points. Okay, 51. Let's go to Ty Dennis. No score for Dennis, the Region 8 representative. Coy Chapman from Region 5. $55 points in his first round attempt. A tough break in his second round for a no score. Now looking for his second set of numbers this week in our short round. No score for Chapman. Let's travel to the town of Channing and a Region 1 representative, Coy Davis. $62 points from his first round ride. A no score in his second round. And all that's atop the leaderboard in this performance is a 51, so we know he can do it. We've seen it before. Now it's time to duplicate it. And the Cowboy coming in hunting for his second round score with an overwhelming amount of diggity in this short round. Puts together 63 points today. Now another Cowboy with a 62 from the first round. For his second score of the week, Cody McCoy, fellow Region 1 Saddle Bronc steer rider. Got a little hang time right there. A little daylight beneath his seat as that steer's front end dropped. But the Cowboys' feet charging to the front. Region 1, I think you're going to like the sounds of this. Little 6-7 action in the short round, 67 points. And a 129 on 2 head. Now for Truett Harris, fellow Region 1 Saddle Bronc steer rider. 70 points from the first round for Truett. Got to be 60 points or better if you want to move into the lead of the aggregate. 64 or better if you want to be number 1 in the short round. Hit fire, hit fire. Hitting the feet to the front, firing on every jump. Truett Harris, the Channing, Texas native, the Region 1 representative, puts up big numbers in the short round. Region 1, number 1, 75. $145 on 2 head for Truett Harris. Fellow Region Run Saddle Bronc steer rider Billy Franzen with 70 points in the first round. I don't know what you're shaking your head for, Billy. You had a tough one to get by, and you stuck with him. Threw everything at you but the kitchen sink, and making the 6-second whistle today puts up second place numbers in the short round, 70 points, and a 140 on 2. Six of the top 7 Saddle Bronc steer riders come from Region 1. But the second-ranked cowboy to our short round today is a Region 7 Saddle Bronc steer rider from Inez, Texas. Max Ives. With 120 on 2 head, the first chance to put together a perfect 3 for 3 on the week. Any numbers puts you in control of the aggregate leaderboard. 76 or better puts you in control of number 1 in the round. Making the long walk back to the buck and shoots for the Inez, Texas Saddle Bronc steer rider. He's just riding for lane now. Score comes in for Region 7. Another 6-7 moment in the short round, 67 points. And he is a 187 on 3 head, but then there was one. $73 in the first round, $62 in the second round, a 135 on 2 head for Region 1, Cy Franzen. $53 or better makes him number 1 in the aggregate. Two-time world champion Saddle Bronc steer rider, Region 1's victor, and the Morse, Texas 8th grader at his last Texas Junior High State Finals. Just capped off his Texas Junior High career, not only taking the lead in the aggregate, but the short round win as well. 76 for Cy. That kid is a stud from Morse, Texas, and quite possibly could be the next best thing in saddle bronc riding since Gus Galliard, last year's Resist All Rookie of the Year in the PRCA. 211 on 3 head for Cy Franzen, and the walk-off home run win in the saddle bronc steer riding, as we will load him up in the back of our Kubota side-by-side to take the victory lap in the short round with the high mark score of the day. Congratulations to Region 1. And we also want to congratulate some more national qualifiers. In the shoot dogging, we'll congratulate Cutler Gibson, Caleb Faskey, Rylan Findlay, and Parker Meyer. And we need all of our national qualifiers when we make that announcement to come pick up your packets in the office to begin the paperwork. Taking the victory lap on this Saturday, Saddle Bronc Steer Riding short round winner and finals aggregate champion from Region 1, Cy Franzen. On this Theorem Ranch, Bilfick Ford and Bloomer trailer Saturday. We'll let the Kubota tractor clean up some tracks in front of our roping boxes. Team roping is coming up next, and it's being brought to you by our friend, Realtor Molly Powell.
Stephenville, Texas, home of Tarleton State University, legendary rodeo tradition, and a stop at Hard 8 Barbecue after a long day in the saddle. If you're dreaming of wide open spaces, horses in the pasture, and true Texas living, Molly Powell is ready to help you find the perfect horse property to call home.
Hi, I'm Molly Powell with Majestic Realty, and my home is Stephenville, Texas. If you're ready to invest in this lifestyle in the cowboy capital of the world, now's the time.
When you're ready to buy, sell, or invest in the cowboy capital of the world, contact Molly Powell with Majestic Realty Group. Our first team to back in the box for us is Region 8's Kylie Everett, Rankin McMillian. Region Ocho with a 39.96 on 2 runs, and the prediction made early in the week comes to fruition, where if you caught 2, you were guaranteed a spot in our short round. The 15th high call coming back to us from Region Ocho, 39-96 on 2 runs. And our teams do get 3 loops in this contest. You can rebuild 2 for the header or 2 for the heeler based on how that works. You can rebuild now in our short round. Tough break and a no time for the first team out. Let's call upon the Big X in Texas to put our first short round time together. Lily Davis, Cannon Bryan. Region 10 with a 38.52 on 2 head. No time. How about Region 7? Can we do it with Marcus Martinez and Rowdy Lopez? One of 2 Region 7 representatives in our short round of the Realtor Molly Powell team roping. 34-47 after 2 go rounds to make it back today. Let it lay, it'll pay. Dally, Alaman left. Drops the trap. And our first time coming in with a penalty in the field, 21.91. Total time and a 56.38 on 3. Let's go to Brant Lennox, Trip Hill from Region 9. From Region IX, Donnie and Mahia, the hometowns. No time. Sub 30 seconds on a pair of runs for Region 2's Highland Leeton, Hagen Leeton. legs in both of their rounds. So looking for a clean run. But staying alive in the hunt for the aggregate title, 1930 plus the 5, 24 and 30. And that'll make them a 54-23 on 3. Back to Region 7 for Jackson Wahlberg, Simon Judd. 29-13 on 2 runs for the Region 7 representatives. Penalty free in the first round, but all 15 seconds worth in the second. They'll go smooth in the field, plus 10 at the barrier. 16-26 in the performance, and a 45-39 on 3. They will take the lead all the way around. Now for Region 5's only attempt in our short round of the Realtor Molly Powell team roping. Coy Chapman, Maverick Williamson. Sub 29 seconds on 2 runs, a 28.63 for their 2 round times. And another pair coming in with a leg from both rounds. No time. One of 2 attempts for Region 3 next. Callie Blessing, Ringo Sturmer. The Red Hot region coming in with a 27.48. Clean in the first round. A leg penalty in the second round. All you've got to be in the short round to take the lead is 16.25 or better. Cowgirl sticks him. Cowboy looking to rebuild and utilize the extra loop now in our short round. Sets up a corner. Not going to get the trap to stick. Now let's go with Region 1's only attempt in the short round of team roping. Your team, Kaysen Bowers, Trayton Johnson. Making it back 7th high call with a 25.99 on 2 runs. Did it penalty free in the first round, a leg's worth of penalties in the second round. Lost our rope. losing our chances to put together a short round time for Region 1. How about we go back to Region 2 for your last effort as a top 6 team. Bo Wilson, Cason Williams, 25-65. Leg penalty in our first round, clean run in the second round. Plus 5 in the field, 12-24, 17-24 total time. They will move into the lead of our aggregate, though, with a 42-89 on 3. Top 5 teams, and we begin with the Big X in Texas, Coulter Carlson, Gannon Carlson. With the penalty assessed, 1398 takes the lead in our performance. 37-66 takes the lead in the aggregate. Region 3's final attempt in our short round, brought to you by Realtor Molly Powell, our team roping. Gavin Bayer, Beckett Bayer. From Wilbarger County, 23-23 on 2 runs for the Bayer boys. $10.47 plus 5 for a 15.47. That is second in our performance. And they are a 38-70 on 3, second in the aggregate. Region 9 for back-to-back efforts. First of which is Cade Randley, Weston Pessel, 21-90 on 2 runs. Escaped penalty-free in the first round, 5 seconds worth in the second. Doesn't matter what you've done before, all that matters is what you do now. With the 5, we're looking at a 13.67. That is the new fast time of the performance, 35.66 on 3. That is the fastest total in the aggregate. And our second to last team also comes to us from Region IX. One of only 2 teams to go penalty-free this week, and a 20.85 on 2 runs for Raymond Riley, Jace Fikes. And they will remain penalty-free for the week, 22-44 and a 43-29 on 3 with 1 team to go. None better this week than a pair of team ropers from Region 6, Celo Jaquez and Armando Gonzalez, 1955 on 2 runs. To take the lead in the performance, 1366 or better. $13.66 to take the lead in the performance. All the time in the world to take the lead in our aggregate. Jaquez and Gonzalez, the Region 6 representatives, looking to secure the bag as the last team in our team roping. We just saved the best for last. Come on, Texas, talk to them. 9:37 for Region 6. In the aggregate, they will clinch that title as well with a 28.92 on 3 runs. We'll let them collect their ropes, and we will put them in the back of a Kubota side-by-side. For a victory lap to be made for Region 6 and the fastest run of our short round performance. Perfect on the week, 3 runs, clean runs, and a short round victory. Congratulations, Region 6's pair of Jaquez and Gonzalez. Here they are, friends, your short round champs in the team roping. Thank you to Realtor Molly Powell for bringing us yet another dynamic duo event. When you're ready to buy, sell, or invest in the cowboy capital of the world, contact Realtor Molly Powell. We'll stay down at the roping boxes for our Let's Talk Land tie-down roping. Coming up next, they can pack 2 loops if they so choose. Cannot rebuild. Tie-down roping brought to you by Kyla Dodson. When you're ready to buy, sell, or prepare for the future, if you want to get the most out of your land's value, with 1031 exchanges being a specialty to preserve that value, talk to Kyla Dodson and talk land as we get back into the action after the tractor's parked.
Land isn't just property, it's your legacy. And today, decisions around land are more complex than ever. From generational planning with your family's legacy to tax optimization and also developmental pressures, new things like data centers. I help families and investors navigate challenging decisions with clarity, confidence, and discretion. So you don't want to just make any move, you want to make the right move. So let's talk land.
Let's talk land with Kyla Donson, then we'll talk tie-down roping. As we begin with our first man of the hour, it is Brady Joins, Region 7. Coming in with a 29.73 on 2 runs. If the calf stays tied, we are looking at a 16.94. A little over 9 seconds, no, excuse me, a little over 11 seconds separating number 1 from number 15 in our tie-down roping. That's going to take us to Region 9, Cimarron Sanchez. $27.92 on a pair of runs for the Erath County Region 9 representative. But not going to be able to put together his 3rd run this week. Tough luck for Cimarron. Region 7's Cole Watley. $27.86 on 2 runs to this point. It was the 13th high call. Short round effort's going to be an 18.61 for Cole. And he is a 46.47 on 3. This is going to make him lead the aggregate right now. Now we look to a Region 2 representative. One of 3 attempts for Region 2 in our Let's Talk Land tie-down roping. Bo Wilson. Coahoma, the hometown for the man coming in with 27.85 on 2 runs. Calf stays tied and a time of 13.64 takes him to the lead of the performance. 41-49 on 3 to make him the lead in the aggregate. Region Ocho's got 2 of them in this contest. The first for Region 8 is going to be Rankin McMillian. .27.32 on his 2-round efforts. Takes over the lead in our performance and the aggregate, 13.06 in the short round. 40-38 on 3 of them. For Region Ocho to be on top. Let's see if Region 5's got something to say about it. Hayden Crawford, Region 5's solo representative with a 26.91. Clock's going to read 14.84 in the round. And a 41.75 on 3 is going to take him to 3rd in the aggregate, I believe. Another region with only 1 attempt in our Let's Talk Land tie-down roping. That is Region IV. Kane Martin from Region 4. The Roxton, Texas tie-down roper coming in with a 26.89. If the calf stays tied. Looking at the second fastest run of our performance, 13.42. But he will go to the lead in the aggregate with a 40.31 on 3. Sloan Sanders, Region 9, a 26.77 for the Cameron, Texas native. Region 9's final attempt in the Let's Talk Land tie-down roping. And unfortunately, going to go home empty-handed this year's short round. Region 3 also with only 1 tie-down roper out today. He comes in top 10 for the aggregate race in the 7th hole. Griffin Pressinger, Granbury, Texas. Only effort for Region 3, and he's going to make it worth his while. 9 and double nickels to take the lead in the fast time of the performance. 35.54 on 3, and takes the lead in the aggregate, Region 3. Back to Region Ocho for Ty Dennis. We'll reset him in the back of our Classic and Rattler roping boxes in this Let's Talk Land tie down. Packing 2 loops, the insurance policy. But the second one not going to pay off for him. Why don't you go ahead and pay him off for showing up, Region Ocho? Region 2 next for Roan Workman. Puts together as solid of a run as we have seen all week. 10.33 in our performance and a 35.92 on 3 is going to put him second in the aggregate. Four gentlemen left in our Let's Talk Land tie-down roping. First of the final 4 coming to us out of the Big X in Texas. Call Cavateo, 24.80 on a pair of them. 9.54 faster makes him number 1 in the perf. Got a second loop if he's going to use it. Got to hustle. Clock's at 22. No time for call. And our final three cowboys ready to ride in our Let's Talk Land tie-down roping. Between number 3 and number 2, a little over 1.1 seconds. The bigger split we'll talk about in a moment, but for now, let's watch Region 2's Harley Hofstetter coming in with a 23.87 on 2 runs. And in a moment of disbelief, our young man from Region 2, calf runs right through the loop. Region 2, that is your final attempt in our tie-down roping today. Go ahead and pay off your man for making it back top 3. Region 7 with a 22.79 on 2 runs, Caleb Faskey. 10-6 in the first round, 12-1 in the second round. To be the fast man of the short round, you got to be 9.54 or better. But to stay alive in the aggregate, you got to be consistent. Just to prove he could, he went ahead and got to him and tied him. The rule states the rope must be in contact once you reach the calf, and a no time for Caleb Faskey. I told you a little bit over 1.1 seconds separated number 3 from number 2. But there is a little over 4 seconds that separated number 1 from number 2. And it is Region 6's Cash Friesenhan. Time and time again, we see Friesenhan show up, show off, and this week he puts on a clinic with the fastest run in the tie-down roping. 8:27 for the go-round win, and a 26.61 on 3 for the aggregate title. Region 6's tie-down roper, Cash Friesenhan. 8:27. In the final quarter, last seconds of this game for the Hail Mary pass and to walk away as the victor of not only the short round but the finals aggregate. He'll get loaded up in the back of our Kubota side-by-side. And we'll be ready for the victory lap and a moment that'll last with this kid for a lifetime as being the final victor in the tie-down roping. Congratulations, Cash Friesenhan. Like to congratulate some more national qualifiers in the Saddle Bronc steer riding. Billy Franzen, Truett Harris, Max Ives, and Cy Franzen. Our team roping national qualifiers: Simon Judd, Jackson Wahlberg, Gannon Carlson, Coulter Carlson, Weston Pessel, Kane Ranley, and Armando Gonzalez, Silo Jaques. Here is our tie-down rope and performance victor, Cash Friesenhand. After our tractor is out of the arena, we'll be ready for our breakaway roping girls edition, brought to you by CT Jones Insurance. The name generations of Texans have trusted for the most comprehensive and total coverage, whether it's your horses, ranch, or livelihood. Trust CT Jones Insurance Agency to have you protected. Girls breakaway open getting kicked off with Region 3's Callie Blessing. 4.01 seconds separates number 15 from number 1 in this discipline. Unfortunately, not going to put her first time together with the Region 3 lady. But now we call upon the Big X in Texas for Lily Davis. .928 on 2 runs for Region 10's breakaway roper out of Ovalo. Gav will run through the loop for us today for Region 10. So now to Region 7 for Brooke Baranowski. .920 on 2 runs for Region 7's Cowgirl. .339 to be the first time of our short round. Going to put her at 12.59 on 3 head. We go to Region 2 for the first of our Cowgirls that are sub 9 seconds on 2 runs. Jessie Foley, 8.57 for her efforts. Sterling City, Texas native for Region 2. .319 to take the lead in our perf and aggregate. .319 makes her 11.76 overall. We'll stay in Region 2 for Jetty Jones. Five attempts for Region 2 in our breakaway roping, brought to you by CT Jones Insurance. Second one we'll watch here, Jones. Not going to get him captured, though. Time to watch the first of 2 efforts for Region 3. Blakely Boardman coming in with a 7.78 on 2 runs. Indeed, she did. 2.37, takes the lead in the perf and makes her a 10.15 on 3. Now for back-to-back efforts out of Region 9. 3 total for Region 9. You got 2 of them head-to-head. Letty Latner, 7.68 on 2 runs for the Livingston, Texas native. And we just reset the bar in the girls' breakaway. 2:35 for Letty, making her a 10:03 on 3. Now the young lady to beat. And we go back to Region 9 for Talon Pride. Region 9 holding the title in the performance and aggregate race. But the cowgirl from Region 9 coming in with a 7:44 on 2 runs, hails from Panola County. .08 for Talon. 10:52 on 3. He's going to take her to third in the aggregate. Region 3, third and final attempt. Lily Edwards, the 7:43 put together after 2 rounds. Cowgirl coming to us out of Erath County, the cowboy capital of the world. And cowgirl capital as well. Packing 2 loops, gets another shot at it. No time. Region 3's cowgirl. Region 2 had 5 attempts in this discipline. Here's your third. Kaylin Heritage, 685 on a pair of them for the Imperial Breakaway Roper. Take the lead in our perf, gotta be 2:34 faster. No time. Region 6's only cowgirl in the C.T. Jones Insurance discipline, Stormy Cunningham. 663 on 2 runs for a member of the Cunningham Sisters team, singer-songwriter group. Time. Let's go to Region 9's third and final attempt. A cowgirl in the top 5 of this discipline. The 6th grader in Region 9 all-around champ, Juliana Scarmardo. 652 is the foundation she built after our 2 go-rounds. Now on this Theorem Ranch, Bill Fick Ford and Bloomer Trailer Saturday. A 6th grader that looks to head to nationals in the breakaway roping. Just needs a solid time to stay in the hunt for the top aggregate placing. But 2:34 or faster puts her in the lead for the go-round. 3:33 on the clock for Juliana. That 3:33 is going to make her a 9:85 and take the lead in the aggregate. But now we travel to Sterling City, Texas, and a Region 2 attempt again for Braylee Foley. 6:51 on the 2 runs for Region 2's 4th competitor in our CT Jones Insurance Girls Breakaway. No time. .08. That is the total time on 2 for Region Ocho's Sage Shanklin. Only 1/10 of a second behind the number 1 lady. And the Rock Springs, Texas Cowgirls back in the box next. Looking to take the dub. No time. Coming back into the short round, ranked number 1, already having put together an incredible Texas Junior High Finals, Raina Powell for Region 2. Proving she is an indomitable force and a representative for Region 2. She will clock in the short round our 3rd fastest time of a 2:79, but she will take the aggregate title with an 8.77. Congratulations, Raina, and a big congratulations going out to the fastest run that we saw in our short round, 2.35 seconds. Letty Latner gets to take the victory lap in the CT Jones Insurance Agency Girls Breakaway. We'll load her up in our Kubota side-by-side and send her around our J.B. Wells Arena, being the fastest run in the girls breakaway. Raina Powell, all smiles and all the glory for the God-given gifts that you have been given. We are so glad to have you here competing with us. But the highlight moment of this performance is the performance victor with the fastest run that we saw on this Saturday. Letty Latner, time to take the stage. I'd like to congratulate some more national qualifiers in the ribbon roping. It is Roan Workman and Jetty Jones, Katie Clements, Cole Watley, Jolie Morton, Ren Chapman, Griffin Pressinger, and Hava Hawkins representing the Lone Star State. In the ribbon roping. As that Kubota tractor cleans up the tracks in front of the roping boxes, our next discipline is boys breakaway roping, and it's brought to you by Outlaw Spirit. Let's go, boys breakaway roping, brought to you by Outlaw Spirit, starting out with Pate Phillips, Region 6. Heartache moment for Pate, coming up empty for his loop in the short round. Joe Fortenberry, Region 4 now. $781 on a pair of runs for the Region 4 representative. Clock's going to read 5:12 for the short round efforts and make him a 12:93 on 3. That's going to take us to Ketch Myers out of Athens, Texas. The Region 4 representative with a 751 on 2 head. 3.24 to put him in the lead for our performance. And that is going to make him a total of 1075 on 3. Let's go with Stetson Pearson. Oklahoma, the hometown for Pearson, but he rides under the banner of Region 4. Coming in with a 749 on 2 runs. Tough luck for Region 4's Cowboy. No time for Pearson. Now for Blevins Altman, the Region 2 Cowboy with a 744 on 2. Fast time of the performance, that 3:24 clocked by Ketch Myers. And our Outlaw Spirit, the creators of high quality, dependable rodeo awards, Boys Breakaway. Puts in the books in no time. And now takes us to the Big X in Texas. 724 on 2 runs for Rhett Priest from Callahan County. Oh, man. 2.91 for Rhett. 10-15 on 3 puts the Cross Plains Breakaway Roper in the lead. Cale Basir, Region 2 representative out of La Mesa. Coming in with a 7:15 on 2 runs. All he's got to be is 2:99 or faster to retain the lead in the aggregate. No time. Let's go to Jackson Wahlberg from Region 7. 690 on 2 runs, the first of our sub 7-second totals. Says he's ready. Got out, got it on him. He is clean. And a smoking run of 1.94 for Region 7. Time to watch a Region 4 representative with a 663 on 2 runs, Jasper Whipple, the Terror from Terrell, Texas. No time. Trig Isbell coming to us from the Big X in Texas. 643 on 2 runs for Isbell. We awarded the top 6 in every go-round for their success after 5 performances in each go-round efforts. Isbell coming to us top 6 in the aggregate. And no time goes in the books for our top 6 man. Now talking about top 5. Region 9's Maverick Williams. 617 on 2 runs for the Titus County breakaway roper. Getting the clock stopped on a time of 3:34 in the short round. Mount Pleasant, Texas breakaway roper, 951 on 2. Is going to sit second in the aggregate. Now for a Region 3 effort. The Nocona, Texas boys breakaway roper, Jasper Fritz, with a 607 on 2. Clock's going to read today for our Nocona breakaway roper 3.32. And that's going to make him a 939 on a 3 head for second in the aggregate. And then there were 3. $5.94 on 2 runs for Dub Loomis of Region 4. A little over 2 seconds separates him from the number 1 spot in the aggregate on 2 head. Sub 2 seconds. And would have been 6:16 plus 10, makes it a 16:16 with 2 to go. In our Outlaw Spirit Boys breakaway roping, all eyes on the Region 2 breakaway roper out of Sweetwater, Texas. Hagen Leeton, 5:34 on 2 runs. A 2:94 in the first round, a 2:40 in the second round. To take the performance win, you got to be 193 or better. But right now, a 5:34 on 2 head means all you've got to be is 3:50 or faster if you want to go in the lead of the aggregate. .78, and he will retain the lead in the aggregate. He is an 8:12 on 3 head with 1 to go. .84 in the first round. 2.04 in the second round. 388 on 2 runs, the only cowboy to be sub 4 seconds on a total of 2. And the Region 9 boys breakaway roper, Zachary Hurst, last to nod his head. He's got 2 loops packing with him as an insurance policy. Still has a chance to stay alive in that aggregate race. But unfortunately, the second loop will come up empty as well. In the boys breakaway roping, we'll talk fast time only in our short round. The cowboy that gets to take the victory lap, it's a 1.94 second run for Jackson Wahlberg of Region 7. That is the highlight of this Theorem Ranch, Bill Fick Ford and Bloomer Trailers Saturday. And our victor will climb aboard the Kubota side-by-side to make a lap around the arena as the fastest man in the short round at the 2026 Texas Junior High State Finals, brought to you by Theorem Ranch. Congratulating some more of our national qualifiers in the tie-down roping. Rankin McMillian, Griffin Pressinger, Roan Workman, and Cash Friesenhan. Don't forget, national qualifiers, you need to go to the Secretary's office, pick up the packet, and get started on that paperwork to help expedite tonight's process. Our awards for the finals aggregate and for our year end will take place around the 4 o'clock hour in the Expo Center. We'll let the tractor cover up some tracks, and when we come back, it's girls goat tying, brought to you by Sanizo Services.
focus is on these 13 seconds. But what about the other 30 million seconds of the year? The seconds when no one is watching. Through the stress of waiting, warm-up, loading, traveling, unloading, tacking, untacking, conditioning, training, traveling more, competing, training more. That's when Purina Outlast Supplement supports gastric health, so her horse can focus on turning seconds into firsts.
Sneezo Services, the family-owned construction company with a diverse fleet, helping for 2 decades make your life easier in the oil and gas, construction, and residential services. Brings us the girls' goat tying, and we start with Avery Wallace, Region 9. $18.84 on 2 runs for Avery. $10.01 getting clocked by our Hempstead, Texas goat tire. Fresh Goat takes us to the Big X in Texas. Region 10's Tinsley Dillingham out of Burleson. New fast time in the short round, 8:91. Going to put her 27:42 on 3. Let's go with Region 6. The only effort for Region VI, Hardy Herring, an 18:51 on 2 to make it back top 15. Back-to-back runs of 891. 891 for the Beat Ice lady, and she's going to be a 27:42 on a pair. 3 runs, excuse me, on 3. Ready for Presley Walters, Region 9. Clock's going to read 13:02 as we watch it back on the Purina video screen. Let's call upon another Big X in Texas goat tire, Sophia Huff. Gordon, the hometown for Sophia, with an 18:19 on 2. walks back knowing she just did something epic. 798. 798, and we are looking to put her total on three together. It's going to be somewhere in the neighborhood of 26, 01. 2601. Now let's go to Jesse Foley. $18.03 on 2 runs. And Sterling City's Go Tire clocking an 8:55. Going to make her a 26:58 on 3 runs. Takes us to Region 3 for Hava Hawkins. Region 3's only cowgirl in the Cenizo Services discipline. A time of 9:18 in our go round's going to make her 26:98 on 2 runs. How about a 6th grader from Region 9? Juliana Scarmardo. $17.42 on 2 head to make it back. Time for Juliana in the short round, 8:53. 25.95 on 3 head for the second fastest run of our short round. And I believe unofficially to be leading the aggregate. While we put our tractor to work, we'll come back with the final half of girls goat tying. Brought to you by Cenizo Services. We'll congratulate some more national qualifiers in the girls breakaway roping. Blakely Boardman, Juliana Scarmardo, Letty Latner, and Raina Powell. $17.41 on 2 runs. Region Ocho, you've got 2 back-to-back. First of which, Maggie Watkins, Shiner, Texas. Clock's going to read 9.63 for her time. Sub 17 seconds on 2 runs. For another Region Ocho goat tire, Hadley Durbin. Top 6 in the aggregate for Hadley. She will not only take the lead in the performance, but she'll take the lead in the aggregate as well. 793, 2490 on 3 runs. Now you've got to be 792 or better if you want to take a trip around in that Kubota side by side. As we go to a 1659 on 2 head for Jordan Sr. From the Red Hot region. Jordan Sr., how do you do? 7.34 on the clock. Makes her a 23.93 on 3 for the lead in the aggregate. And now to the top 4 cowgirls coming back. Region 9, you've got back-to-back efforts. Jaden Phillips, 1626. A Region 9 cowgirl out of Mahia. .36, second in our performance, but a 23.62 on 3 makes her first in the aggregate. But Region 9's got a chance to go back-to-back. Presley Cavness, 1625 on her runs. We just watched Region 9 go sub 7 seconds. 6.75 on the Theorem Ranch clock. And Region 9 retains the aggregate with a 23.01 on 3. And you just got 2 to sweat, Presley. The first of which is a Region 8 goat tire with 15.79 on 2 runs. London Matt, Bernie, Texas, the hometown for London. And unfortunately, a no time as the goat kicks free for London. Leaves just 1 cowgirl to go. This week, a 7:49 in the first round, an 8:30 in the second round. $6.87 in the first round, an 8:01 in the second round. The times for Naomi Beaton from Region 5. Here comes the queen. It might not be the fastest time of the performance, but she is the picture of consistency. 7:18 in our round. And she is going to be a 22:06 rather, sorry. A little bit of math confusion right there. 22:06 in the aggregate. Fastest run of our short round, 6.75 for Presley Cavness. She will be the young lady to take the victory lap as we load her up in the Kubota side by side. Region 9, she is your lady, short round champion. Don't forget, we need all of our national qualifiers to head to the Secretary's office, get the paperwork, and begin it before we go to our awards this afternoon, coming up at about 4 o'clock in the Expo Center. 3 events remain on this championship Saturday, and we know a lot of you are going to be making tracks back home. I want to thank you from the bottom of our hearts for making this week so memorable and special for all these young student athletes. There's still business to tend to in the boys' goat tying coming up next. And we'll start with Region 7's Cole Watley. .24.62 on 2 runs for Cole. Go tire out of Sealy. .10.60. Going to make him a 35-22 on 3 runs. Takes us to Corey Bell for Region 2 now. $13.25 goes in the books for Corey Bell. It's going to make him a 37.84 on 3. Now let's go to Region 9 for Maverick Williams. .24.44 on 2 runs for Maverick. Hoping the goat will stay tied. 14-15 going to be the time for Maverick. Now let's go to Region 6 for Ruger Swindle. (24-24) on 2 runs for Ruger. And a time of 12:41 in the short round. This is going to be the second fastest run we've seen. Let's go to Region 9 again, this time Cimarron Sanchez. Franklin, the hometown for Region 9's boys goat tire with a 24-13 on 2 runs. Time is going to be 16:21 for Cimarron. Going to take us to Rent Bruff. Region 3 goat tire with a 23.98 on his 2 runs. New fast time in our performance of 9.96 for Bruff. Make him the leader in the aggregate as well with a 33.94 on 3. Go to Region 1 and Truan Harris, the 23.53 total on 2 coming in. Clock's going to read 10.48 for Truitt. And a 34.01 on 3. Puts him top in the aggregate, top 5 in the aggregate unofficially. Reaching the midway point of our boys goat tying. And a Region 6 Cowboy comes to us next with a 22.87 on 2. Roy Simpson. 1260. We'll congratulate some more of our national qualifiers in the boys breakaway roping. Hagen Leeton, Jackson Wahlberg, Jasper Frist, and Zachary Hurst. Get back into the boys' goat tying with Kevin Trimble, fellow Region 1 goat tire. Goat falls in his lap. And a 13:22. $13.22 is going to make him $35.94 on 3. Swapping the goat. We go to Brazos Eakin, Region 3. Clocking a solid run in our short round of 10:18. And he will move to the lead in the aggregate with a 32.60 on 3. Our next goat tire for the Big X in Texas, Zane Cadell. Top 5 in the aggregate coming back for Zane with a 21.96. And his time in the short round, a 10.78. He'll move to second in the aggregate with a 32.74 on 3. Top 4 boys goat tire. And the 4th high call comes to us out of Region 1. 21.58 turned in by Talon Cathy. Manhandling that goat. $10.45 in the short round, but he will move to the number 1 spot in our aggregate with a 32.03 on 3. And just 3 boys remaining. Region 7, you got a shot at it. In the form of Caleb Faskey from Burton, Texas, with a 20 and 75 on 2 runs, third high call. Waiting to see what it does. A quick inspection of the tie. Unfortunately, a no time goes in the books for Faskey. .54 on 2 runs for Region 9's Pete Scarmardo. Good enough to bring him back second high call with a round win already under his belt. Won't be the fastest of the performance, 10:10, but it will be good enough to move him in the lead of the aggregate, 30.64, and you've just got one to worry about. That one to worry about, though, comes back with the only total on 2 sub 20 seconds, a 10:22 in round 1, a 9:56 in round 2. Region 6's Pate Phillips. In the go round, an 11:45 for Pate, 31.23 on 3 in the aggregate. Unofficially, the best total on 3 we put together in the boys go tying, that was Pete Scarmardo, 30 and 64 on 3 runs. But the man that gets to take the victory lap in our Kubota side-by-side, clocking the fastest run of our short round, the only sub 10-second run, 9:96, Rhett Bruff, Region 3. Take a lap, cowboy. You just won the final go-round of the Texas Junior High State Finals presented by Theorem Ranch. We will congratulate our girls go tying national qualifiers, Jayden Phillips, Jordan Sr., Presley Cavanis, and Naomi Beaton. While we let our Kubota tractor do some work inside the pen, we will prep the stage and be ready for one of our final 2 contests of the day, pole bending, after the tractor's parked. Starting out in our pole bending with Region 10's Avery Russell. 42.610 on 2 runs coming in with a random draw order, just like the barrel racing. Big X in Texas to bob and weave first. Plus the 5, 28.661. Total on the run for Avery. Now we focus our attention on one of 2 efforts out of Region 1. Andrea O'Neill from Muleshoe, Texas. Bailey County pole bender coming in with a 42.920 for Region 1. $21,805 for Andrea. Puts her at a 64,725 on 3. And bottom of the ground for the first section, Region 5's Jesse Claybaugh. Horse is scatting. Now time to boogity. And clock stops with a 20.861. Fastest run of the perf so far. And Region 5 has a 64.258 on top of the aggregate as well. After the drag, next set of 3 ladies from Region 9 and 1.
We understand that true wealth isn't measured on a spreadsheet. It's measured in sunrises on the ranch, miles on the road, and legacies passed down through generations. At Cedar Gap Wealth Management, we meet you where the work gets done, because building
Let's go to the next set of three, beginning with Region 9's Randy Thornton. One of 4 attempts for Region IX and a 43.637, top of the ground for this section. (22, 467 plus 5 for 27, 647. Middle of the ground for Region 1's Mila Rowley. Second and final effort for Region 1 and our pole bending. (21,289 for Mila. And a 64,669. That takes us to Bailey Steele, Region 9. (21,054). 21,054 for Bailey. And it'll be a 62,981 on 3 to take the lead in the aggregate. We'll drag and come back with another set of 3 ladies. Let's go to our next set of 3 cowgirls. Top of the ground, coming back second in the aggregate on 2 runs, Laramie Smith, Region 5. (25,450 with the pole down. Still a 66,651 on 3. Now back to Region 9 for Houston Harper. Let's try that again. Harper Houston. Long week, I'm sorry. Top 5 in the aggregate race coming into our short round for Harper. .199. Fastest of the performance, 61.816 on 3, fastest in the aggregate. And now to the bottom of the ground for Region 3's Jade Nyman. Third in the aggregate coming back to us. One more turn, let's go. .192 for Jade. And she will be a 62.766 on 3. While our Kubota tractor goes to work, we'd like to congratulate our boys goat tying national qualifiers, Brazos Eakin, Talon Cathy, Pate Phillips, and Pete Scarmardo. Let's go with another top 5 in the aggregate coming to our short round today. Region 3's Ruth Ann Hutchison. Big horse, little cowgirl, but all speed, no brakes. 20.527. And she goes to a 62.188 on 3. Bringing us to Region 6's Daniela Sawyer. Top 6 in the aggregate race. Sawyer, middle of the pack for this section. And a 20.586 makes her 62.657 on 3. Bottom of the ground and brings us to our final drag after Region 9's Haley Fellers. 41,903 on 2 runs coming in for a top 10 in the aggregate placer. Let's go, Haley. .729. Stopping the clock, bottom of the ground for a 62, 632 on 3, and we'll drag one more once. 3 cowgirls to go.
Stephenville, Texas, home of Tarleton State University, legendary rodeo tradition, and a stop at Hard 8 Barbecue after a long day in the saddle. If you're dreaming of wide open spaces, horses in the pasture, and true Texas living, Molly Powell is ready to help you find the perfect horse property to call home.
Hi, I'm Molly Powell with Majestic Realty, and my home is Stephenville, Texas. If you're ready to invest in this lifestyle in the cowboy capital of the world, now's the time.
Tractor getting parked. Jennings Photography in place. Don't forget to stop by their booth. Get all your photos and videos of every run on your phone for $200 before you leave today. That takes us to Region 7 for 2 back-to-back runs, the first of which, Shaylee Kettenbrink from Dickinson. 43,349 on 2 runs for Shaylee. And a 20.458 puts her 63,807 on 3. We love Jennings. Lacey Grimple, fellow Region 7 pole bender, with a 42.517 coming in, middle of the ground, second to last run. And this week, a 21 and a 22nd run. $21,377. And then there was one. The final cowgirl, just by happenstance and random lucky draw, is the number 1 lady coming into the short round on 2 runs. And she's from where? The Big X in Texas. 40.804 for Carson Jeffries. Would have been 29.89, 25.989 total time for Carson. Still managing to be 66.793 on 3. That will do it for us in our pole bending. Not only is she the short go winner, but she will be the aggregate unofficial winner as well. Clocking the fastest run of the day, 20.199 for Region 9's Harper Houston. We'll load her up in the Kubota side by side and get ready to take a victory lap as one of the final discipline victors on this short go Saturday. Congratulations to Harper. And a 20.199 victory lap worthy on this Saturday. One event remains here on this Theorem Ranch, Bill Fick Ford and Bloomer Trailer Saturday. I want to remind you that our national qualifiers can go by the office, pick up your packets to begin your paperwork. And we will see you at the expo around 4 o'clock for our awards presentation, finals aggregate, followed by our national qualifier dinner and the national qualifier awards. Short round Saturday fixing to come to an end. And with the grandstands clearing out, I'm going to need a little help on this one. Bull riding fans, are you ready? Bringing the heat for the final discipline. And we'll begin with Region 9's Hunter Hanzik. Only one score from previously this week, a 60, turned in for Hunter. From the home of Bill Fick Ford, the #1 Super Duty dealer in the nation, Huntsville, Texas. Cock back the hammer, pull the trigger. And his dreams of going on to nationals, unfortunately, coming to an end. Not being able to put together 2 scores for us this week. Let's go with another Buckaroo that had 60 points turned in earlier this week. Region 3's Coleman Berry. Wise County sending us the bull rider to try and be the first one to cover for 8 in our short round. Slides up on the rope. Nod of the head, begins the conquest to try and be the first man to 8. Conquer him. Watch back the Theorem Ranch instant replay on our Purina video screen. Bull goes into his hand, and he was throwing the steel to him with the outside leg. And his score today, 10 better than the long round, 70 points for Coleman. Next man to nod his head, 62 points from her long round efforts, the only score put together. And another Region 3 bull rider, Ringo Sturmer. Yes! Yes! All day long for the Region 3 bull rider. Bull was air gapping him beneath his seat. But that young man able to hold on, grind it out, and will move to the lead in the short round with 73. Now for Region 4's Charlie Perkins. Calls home in Whitewright, Texas. 63 in his first couple of round attempts. The only score put together for Charlie. $72 to tie, $73 to take the lead. And a big old goose egg gets recorded for his short round efforts. Right now, 73 in the lead for our short round, 135 on two head. For Ringo Sturmer is tied for fourth and fifth on that two head total. And all Corbin Bunn needs to be to take over the lead in the aggregate is 71 points. Coming in with a 65 from previously this week, the Region 3 bull rider, looking to displace a fellow region member in that number one spot in the aggregate. 71 to do it, but if he wants the performance and aggregate outright lead, got to be 74 or better. No score for Corbin Bunn. Little stunter step right out of the chute. Gets him rocked up over his hand and yard darts him, unfortunately, today. Region 4, you've got another shot at it. Brady Williams, 68 from the long round efforts, the only score put together for the Region 4 bull rider at equipment. Phenomenal effort made by the Region 4 bull rider. Big batted horn bull from J&J. Travels away from his hand, back down the chute line. And he will tie for the performance lead with 73 points. Better yet, make him 141 on 2, leader in the aggregate. Now for Maverick Williams, Region 9. You are cleared to buzz the tower, Maverick. Region 9's bull rider, Maverick Williams, recovers right at that moment. Look at that. Core strength pulls him back. Rallies for the 8-second whistle. And judges say 70 points for Maverick Williams. He'll go 139 on 2 head in that aggregate race. $71 points ties David Westbrook for the lead in the aggregate. 74 points, the outright lead and the performance title as well. Region 4, let's go. Dismounts for Region 4. And watch back this cowboy. This is a veteran style move as he feels that bull tappering off a little bit. But he's going to go ahead and let the legs do the talking. Kicks him into overdrive. And he'll put together his second score of the week and match it from his long round effort. 70 points for a 140 on 2, second in the aggregate race right now. But the next 4 individuals we'll look to all come in with 2 head already covered. Samuel Britton, 135, a perfect 2 for 2 on the week so far. But 135 doesn't get you the aggregate title on 2 head. You've got to go a perfect 3 for 3 if you want to finish at least, at minimum, top 4 in the aggregate race this week. Region 1's bull rider, Umbarger, Texas, the hometown for Britton. Region 1 has bull riders that are a force to be reckoned with. First man to go a perfect 3 for 3 this week. And he will tie for the performance win with 73. He will go a perfect 3 for 3 and be 208 on 3 today. $138 on a pair of them for Region 7's bull rider Max Ives from Inez, Texas. A 69 in the first round, a 69 in the second round. 74 points or better makes you the man we'll watch go take the victory lap in the Kubota side-by-side. 74 or better will make you the new #1 man in the aggregate race as well. Region 7's man from Inez, Texas. No score for Max, and then there were 2. Region 2's bull rider Bryson Sutherland. $69 in the first round, 72 in our second round, 141 on 2 head. Now where the plot begins to thicken, he could still maintain a top 3 position in the aggregate with a no score. However, got to go perfect 3 for 3 to contend with the 208 that Samuel Britton has already put together. Robert Lee, the hometown for Region 2's bull rider, making it back top 2. We will congratulate some more national qualifiers while he repulls in the pole bending. Daniela Sawyer, Ruth Ann Hutchison, Haley Fellers, and Harper Houston. Region 2, are you ready to ride with your man? Do the thing. And no score for Bryson Sutherland means there is only one man that is still a perfect 3 for 3. But that one man has to sweat out the picture of consistency this week. The Region 9 bull rider from Louisiana, Abel Hay, with 142 on 2 head. If he bucks off, he finishes second at worst. To take the lead, you've got to be 67 points or better. Already this week, 76, 66. We have seen you do it time and time again and be backflip worthy every moment. Abel Hay trying to get his bull to stand inside the chute, where Region 9 waits on the edge of their seat to see what their man can do as a final out on this championship Saturday. What could appear to be an insurmountable task falls on the shoulders of a Region 9 bull rider, Abel Hay. But if he can believe in himself as much as we do, then I promise you Superman would hang up his cape for the new Man of Steel. At worst, he finishes second in the aggregate race, but the Kubota side-by-side is going to be a little crowded in our bull riding. 3 of them with 73 points to be short round champions today. Congratulations to Ringo Sturmer, Brady Williams, and Samuel Britton. All 3 of them climbing in the back of that Kubota side-by-side to take their victory lap. And one man will stand a little taller than the rest in the back as the only one to go a perfect 3 for 3 on the week. 208 points for Samuel Britton, the unofficial finals champion. The 2026 Texas Junior High State Finals presented by Theorem Ranch officially comes to an end. And it has been an epic week in Gonzales, Texas. We hope everybody in attendance has enjoyed it as much as we had. For those that have been watching all around the world on Cowboy Plus, thanks for tuning in to support the greatest junior high athletes in the entire world. There's been a lot of highs and lows this week, including our Challenge of Champions night last night. 12 performances in the books when it's all said and done, and one of the richest junior high finals in the entire world. Thanks to all of our corporate partners and those that help make it happen behind the scenes. And a big thank you to every mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, brother and sister, friend and family member that has helped encourage these young student athletes along the way. We will look to see you guys at our awards ceremony around the 4 o'clock hour in the Expo Center. If not, we can't wait to see you somewhere on down that rodeo road. Until then, my name's Garrison Panzer. If there's one thing you take away from this week, I hope it's this: be a blessing, because you're blessed. Good afternoon, everybody. God bless you. We'll see you down the road.